Have I ever told y'all why I love country living? Seriously, have I ever told y'all one of the reasons why I love living here in the country? Now, somewhere behind all that smoke, you can hear the tractor. That's Fidel. And I told him to take a break if he needs one, but he's still driving that tractor around through that smoke, and I think it makes him feel pretty cool too. Hey, y'all want to walk in there and find him? Let's take us a little walk through that smoke to find Fidel. Everybody just hold on. And Fidel assured me that he's done this plenty of times and that this would be no problem for him either. And he's not doing, oh my gosh. Timber! So, morning folks. Trying to do a really good deed today. Came down with Fidel, trying to clean out the ditches all between the houses. And I jump on my lawnmower and see, I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna do the mowing and let Fidel do the weed eating. And all is going well until we get to here. And all of a sudden, guess what? It's Fidel to the rescue. Oh, and look at that smile on his face. Yeah, he thinks he's clever. He thinks he's clever, folks. Lester, yeah, boy, it's gonna be one of those kind of days. All right, so most of this job is gonna require just chainsaw, maybe the pole cutter, and well, a lot of bending over and trash pickup. We are gonna also try to burn some of the old stuff out of here when we're done. And I am lucky to have Fidel to help me out on things like this. You know, he's not working. And I tell him whenever I have an off day from work, and if I'm going to do a job that I can use some help on, I'll be happy to pay him a few dollars to help me out. And he is so blessed to, he loves working outside, first of all. And so he doesn't mind getting his hands dirty. And so it's good to have friends like that. He also loves animals, and he knows a ton. He has tools. So and I don't have a lot of tools. So any kind of carpentry work, Fidel has just come in so handy. And it's kind of a blessing to me how we met. I would have never run across Fidel had it not been for me needing help on that big tall barn project. And I realized I was scared of heights once I got up there. And my dad had saw a guy having a place built. And so my dad swung by and asked the guy who his help was. They exchanged numbers. I called. The guy spoke Spanish. His name was Fidel Alvarado. It wasn't a week later, he's over there helping me build the top of the Texas barn. And we've made acquaintances and become friends ever since. And so I wish I could do more. Fidel's a carpenter by trade, folks. He's a carpenter. And so that's the kind of work that he does for a living. So this is the ditch line that we're working on. And I got my weed eater and I'll get it out. Obviously, the lawnmower is not going to work for us. But the Morrow property runs from my mom and dad's driveway, which is right here. That's the one that we cleaned up not too long ago. And it goes all the way down to my driveway, which is where I have my side-by-side parked. And so this is just something that I wanted to get done. And so this is Stephanie and Buddy's house. Y'all know Buddy and Stephanie. Stephanie is the beekeeper and sort of the homesteader. She likes doing things, making soaps and doing all that she likes to do. She's also a real estate agent by day. So it's really awesome whenever you're driving around, you see homes for sale, and Stephanie's real pretty picture is out there. Hey, I'm just going to throw this in there, y'all. When it comes to real estate agents, sex sells. Now, I don't mean she's giving away sex. Don't get me wrong. That's Stephanie, y'all. Watch yourselves. But every real estate agent that I know, be it man or woman, do they not always have a really good looking picture of themselves on their sign? Yeah. Anyway, Buddy is the guy that brews the beer. You've seen his video. He was also the scientist in our pond dweller. So we have fun with Buddy. Buddy's my nephew. That's Kim's oldest son. Sister Kim lives here, and she's gone to work right now. I really can't tell you how it looks yet. Once the smoke clears, I'll have a better idea of how effective my burn was. Mostly I'm just watching this side of the, I know it can't cross the road, right? Or at least we hope it can't. So I'm just kind of watching this side of the driveway to make sure it doesn't burn up towards Stephanie's house. Everything appears to be green, but we know that doesn't always help. I'm gonna kind of walk along down through here now. We got a couple of cars coming by. I want to let them know that I am on this job, that I know what I'm doing. Hi there. Even though I have no idea what I'm doing. But hey, I'll tell you what, ditches look better. Yeah, it's a little crispy. And that's fine, because all that dead stuff is burnt out of here. And what I'm gonna do, folks, I'm gonna take some of that really good weed killer that we got and put it in my spray bottle and come down here and spray all the inside of this ditch so this mess doesn't grow back. You see, it won't burn here because it's too wet and it's too green. And so I can take my weed eater and I'll come by and I'll trim it all down good. And then I'll spray it with that weed killer. And all this will be cleaned up nicely. Man, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is awesome. I know that everybody, I would believe that most of you guys have a fire pit. I think every man needs a fire pit. And I believe even in the city you can have a fire pit out by the patio. But there is just something about fire that men need. And I'm pretty sure it goes back to our DNA, you know, from our cavemen days. So don't all you ladies start getting on to us about our fires. But I would love to know in the comments how many people, especially men, just have to come home and have a fire. Because I know that I do. I have a fire pit, and I also just have a fire pile, a wood pile that I constantly pile stuff up and burn. And so doing this job has not been, it's been fun because I love this kind of stuff. Everybody hold on. We are going to go find Fidel. All right, I see him. There he is. Look at him. Hey, buddy. There's Fidel. Oh, it's not that smoky over here at all. I thought he was like just working through the smoke. So what's happening over here is we have a lot of pine straw that's caught on fire, and it's slowly coming across the yard. Now it can't go too far. This is Sister Kim's house here. It can't go too far into her yard for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's a lot of green grass. Green grass doesn't burn. Number two, you can't really see it because it's kind of stopped, but we've had drizzly rains off and on all day. If you look out across there, you might can see the drizzly rain. So we're not worried about this fire catching on. All right, so Fidel wants to do something, and I want it to be known that I have advised him against it. Guys, you see that dead pine tree in Kim's yard? It has been dead for years now. I believe it has been eaten by insects. And Fidel wants to take a tractor and push it over. And I have no doubt that the tractor can push it over. But what I'm fearful of is that it's going to fall in this direction into Kim's yard, which will, if you can see my fingers here, I'm going to follow along a power line. Now, if Fidel could push it where it falls along the ditch, we could simply chainsaw it and push it into the ditch and let it burn with everything else. But I worry because I can see the tree is already has a natural lean to this side. I don't think the tractor has the power to push it that way. Fidel, I don't like this, folks. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. So here's the pine tree. I hope I'm far enough away. There stands Fidel at the base of that pine tree with a cigarette in his mouth. And he says the pine tree will fall this way, but it's not going to hit the power line. Here's the power lines. He's finally taken a cigarette out of his mouth and given it a good puff. He's finally exhaled. Can I walk over there? Can I come over there?
No.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you worried?
Little bit.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. I'm gonna walk around this way. Not do it. Oh my gosh. Timber! Arr! You did it, Fidel. You did it. The Marlboro man has done it. Yes, sir, Fidel. You were right. You were right, Fidel. Man. How did you know that? Look at all the, you look like a beaver has been here. You don't know what a beaver is, do you? A beaver. You know what a beaver is?
Hey, look.
That's my boy. I'm so proud of you, but I was so worried. Give me a hug, come here. Oh my gosh. All right, good. I'm glad you're fine, Fidel. Woo! Man. That really had me worried for him. That's good. That's good. Sheesh. Look at that. That right there is a lumberjack. Do you know that word, Fidel?
No.
Lumberjack. A lumberjack. Paul Bunyan. You don't know any of this, do you?
No. No sé qué es eso.
He was born with the hammer in his hand. Wait, that was a railroad worker. Never mind, not Paul Bunyan, but a lumberjack. A lumberjack, Fidel. We got to get you a blue ox. Watch this, folks. Look at that. That's Fidel Alvarado.
Sí.
That is Fidel Alvarado, my friend. All right, so it's very windy, and I know it's hard to hear. And with the smoke, I know it's hard to see. But Fidel got that all cleaned out nicely. He made Sister Kim's yard beautiful for her. It's going to allow her a lot more clean green grass. And if you don't know this yet, Sister Kim is planning on building herself. She'll probably have me and Fidel do it. Just saying. Building a fence here. And she's going to allow her little goats, you know, her two little pet goats, to come here into the front and to graze around and help kind of maintain her front yard. She has a beautiful front yard, very shady, and it will make a great spot for little goats to live, to help kind of eat down some of this brush and help her maintain it. I'll walk across now and show you the work that I did today. All right, so as far as the job that I did, I got all the ditches, all the high grass burnt out, all the weeds and whatnot. I got all the trash picked up, and everything's been weed eated. I did put the weed killer, so hopefully we won't have as much stuff grow up. This side over here is still got a couple of small fires still burning, but I'm hoping, and I know Kim's gonna be upset with me, but I'm hoping that my little fire that I built doesn't kill the shrubs that she has growing here. Kim likes to have privacy up into her yard. It's hard to see up in there, and she likes it that way. But building these little small fires is going to help burn some of this brush, and some of these fires are still burning. I know sometimes these shrubs, because they're green, they can bounce right back, and I hope that that happens. But if they don't, then I'm sure she'll let you all hear about it. All right, folks, it's been a really good day, a hard day, lots of blood, sweat, and tears, as always. But I'll tell you what, the stretch of Morrow frontage road here from where our property starts on down to Mom and Dad's driveway there looks a whole lot nicer. And I was happy and blessed to be a part of the cleanup process.